Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're going through another top 10 video, but this time it's for a specific Ctp of Destruction. Couple of days ago we took the free Ctp of the month, and a lot of people DM me and asking me over and over about this Ctp, and this specific Ctp, it's kind of weird, to be honest. It's like not the best for something, but in the same time seems to be the best for PvE for some characters and not that good for PvP, even if in the description there is the 30% penetration. Everyone thinks that and believes it's a PvE Ctp, but to be honest, the only use for this Ctp that you actually have the best results is with being mighty or brilliant and having the strike ability here and a 200 proc here. So this is a brilliant one, but there is also the mighty. That the mighty one, you have only to combine two Ctp of Destruction, and in my opinion, you know, the only use for this Ctp it's if you go and do craft it into mighty. If you just have a Ctp of Destruction, in my opinion and generally people's opinion, it's that doesn't worth to go and equip it, because the value you are getting, it's like a normal proc, you know. You have like guard break immunity, critical damage and a proc which you can already found from an obelisk, and an extra 30% penetration to for most characters. To be honest, this is low because most characters at the moment got some penetration on their kit and it's way more than the 30%. So I'm going one by one all top 10 characters in my opinion that you should use the Ctp, whatever the character is, if the character have the artifact, if the character is tier 4 or tier 3 level 80. And we're gonna start from the 10th, go into one by one. So as I explained in the start, the best use for this Ctp is mainly PvE, hybrid, so you can use a character for PvE and PvP, and in the end PvP. For PvP it's for only specific characters that I'm going to mention. Before we go through the top 10, I want you to make sure that you have smashed the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know down below in the comments which Ctp did you get a couple of days ago in the login event, and where did you equip it or how you are going to use it. Me myself took a Ctp of Judgment, but I'm going to spend it to do another Ctp brilliant, probably a raid. So yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you're gonna make sure that you're gonna get all the awesome content we're dropping from live streams, from shorts, videos, community posts and all this stuff. Go down below in the Discord, join yourself and win crystals, win a company of people that playing the game you love to, and get yourself some help for GBR and Mythic Rifts. So let's go into the number 10 of the list. Number 10 is Hela, and Hela, it's an exception in this list. It's not tier 4 and it's not able to be in tier 4, and to be honest it's one of the characters that they're still in the meta, PvP meta of Otherworld Battle, even if it is not you know, tier 4 or level 80. And the reason for that, it's because she has a passive ability through her uniform that gives you more damage against superheroes, and you're more durable against superheroes, decrease the damage taken. So with this character, if you also have her artifact, you want to use a Ctp of Destruction, because when you are into the phase that you have pop up your artifact, you wanna kill some enemies with this, and her kit doesn't have penetration, so helps a ton with her to do some extra killings on Otherworld Battle, as you're already using her as a support. And we have to consider that you have a Ctp of Insight on someone else like Colossus or Wasp that fits better. So that's why she's at number 10, and let's go into the next one. Number 9 is StarLord, and StarLord is a really good killer for World Boss Legend. He has multiple tags that can make you use him for a lot of World Boss Legend, like Command, Weapon Master, Alien, Mail, Blast. So with the Ctp of Destruction, you can see him sign in World Boss Legend. And another reason you should use this CTP is cause of guard break immunity, something I didn't mention before, but guard break immunity helps a ton for PvE characters, the characters that you want to use actually on PvE, and their skills getting cancelled during the enemy's phases, because swapping phases and stuff like that. This guard break immunity helps you do the skill until the end every single time. But to be honest, in my opinion, StarLord, if you want to invest on him for tier 4 and use him for Alliance Battle Legend, the best CTP for him is Ctp of Raids. So you want to use him for World Boss Legend only as a level 80 with a Mighty Destruction. Other than that, you know, perhaps you're gonna lose some value from the character cause you want to use him with Raids for ABL, as I told you. That's where he belongs, number 9. And yes, let's go to the next one. At number 8, it's Thanos. Thanos, it's really easy to proc, he is proc friendly, he is a totally killer for PvE and PvP. With the Ctp of Destruction, you can use him hybrid and take advantage of the proc for really high World Boss Legend, and in the same time playing manually on the timeline battle, you can do a lot of kills with it. Of course, it's not the best CTP by any means for him, because with that you can use him as a hybrid, but in the same time you're losing value from PvP, where a CTP of Authority, a Mighty Authority could be better, or for PvE, for the ABL, you know, with the raids he could sign more. But with this CTP, guys, it's no joke, you know. This CTP, a CTP of Destruction, can make him sign on both World Boss Legend and Timeline Battle, and in the same time do some kills for Alliance Conquest or whatever you wanna use him. He's losing a small value for both PvE and PvP, but in the same time he can sign as a hybrid, easy peasy. Let's go to the next one. Number 7 is Peter Parker SpiderMan, and this dude is out of your mind good with a Mighty Destruction. He can do both PvE and PvP. For PvE you can proc actually really easy on his kit, and for PvP it's not the best to use for him, but he can do on manual really easy, some really one shots everywhere he's going against actually every single character. His tags is not helping him to be used a lot for PvE, so you don't really care about ABL and ABX for him, so you can use him both ways, PvP and PvE, with a Mighty Destruction. Of course, we always talking about the strike ability and not the all attack ability. You should roll until you get that, because gives you extra damage against World Boss, and in the same time gives you ignore dodge, so you can penetrate every single enemy. You can penetrate the enemy Spider-Mans that are gonna have high dodge, so you can one-shot them easy peasy. In the same time, if you want to focus only for PvP, I wouldn't suggest you this CTP. I would suggest you a CTP of Authority or a CTP of Regeneration, because he wants mainly to be durable from his CTP. And let's go to the next one. Number 6 is Black Bolt. It's the character that we recently took, you know, we had actually 1 year ago and we took it again. With Black Bolt, you have to do a variation of his rotation, not delay cancel your 5th skill and proc on your 4th skill and proc on your 6th skill, but in the same time, Mighty Destruction make him do true miracles into World Boss Legend. I'm using him with the raids, but I'm going to check him with a Mighty Destruction as soon as possible. There is an event, I'm gonna do a test by myself, but I have seen people doing with Mighty Destruction really big stages. Bob Sarge, he's on my Discord, he's a guy, got his own channel, he's doing miracles with him with a Mighty Destruction. Fits him completely, and of course Black Bolt has no value for PvP, but for PvE, if you don't want to use him with a rage or you're lacking rages, you're not going to miss a lot. You're going to miss a lot only for ABL actually, but for ABX, World Boss Legend, GBR, Mighty Destruction makes him sign really nice, and he fits absolute to him. Of course, the best value, you know, getting value from ABL also, perhaps it's gonna be still the Mighty Rage, but Mighty Destruction is a really good replacement for it. You have to do a variation on your rotation, as I told you, but you know, he got the tags that you need to use for a lot of World Boss Legend, so he gonna carry you through a lot of stages, especially for Ultron. And let's go to the next one. Number 5 is a recent tier 4 we just took, and it's Cable. Cable, as I said in my video, it's really hard to proc on his skills and do everything perfect when I was doing review on him, but if you get used to him, with a Mighty Destruction he shines for World Boss Legend especially. He can do pretty good GBR, he can do also ABX and ABL with it, but of course for ABL you should prioritizing getting a rage for him. But it's a really good alternative for him. He has multiple tags for World Boss Legend, so he can carry you through Mephisto, he can carry you through Ultron, really high stages of Jean, of Kang. He's all over the World Boss Legend requirements and tags that you need to use him, and because Mighty Destruction is really good for these stages, he shines with it a lot. He's doing miracles. You can use him of course with other CTPs like Energy and Rage, as I told you, but in my opinion for World Boss Legend, Mighty Destruction gonna help you the most because he's mad annoying sometimes if his skills get cancelled. So the guard break immunity gonna help you a lot and carry you through content that you could get cancelled with a Rage, you know, on World Boss Legend and stuff like that. Number 4 in the list is Iron Man, and mainly because he's lacking the guard break immunity. Also, as I told you, you can use him really easy with a Mighty Destruction. He can serve you for World Boss Legend, multiple tags again. You can use him with this uniform, or you can swap into the old uniform and use him as a villain in the same time if the requirements of the World Boss is different. But generally his kit is absolute proc friendly, and because he's losing from Magneto and from other latest characters in ABX and ABL, you want mainly focus on getting him, you know, a build for World Boss Legend. So Mighty Destruction, in my opinion, it's the best to use him for multiple stages of Null, Mephisto, Ultron, and he is mad, actually really easy to use him with a proc, so I suggest you totally to use him with it. You're gonna see really nice results, and believe me, Iron Man can do still a lot of stages of World Boss Legend. Believe it or not, he's the first tier 4, but still perhaps he is doing, you know, he's one of the best DPS with a Mighty Destruction or a Brilliant Destruction specifically. For him, I don't believe that there is other CTP that it's best to fit for him. This is the best in slot in my opinion, you know. From the others characters, as I told you before, you know, there's rages, there's stuff that, like, you know, you can use for PvP or ABL and ABX. For Iron Man specific, I feel like this is the best CTP you can use for him and get the maximum value out of the character in this state of meta, of course. In the start, raids had more value, but now this is the best value out of your Iron Man you could get. Top 3 and exactly the same team, best in slot CTP for Captain America is Mighty Destruction. Captain America still one of the best damage dealers for hero combat. People has underestimated him, me too, but believe me guys, he's doing miracles. His proccing on the tier 3 is mad easy. You can do it like, you know, every day, and in the same time he has crazy value with it for PvP. There is multiple, actually there's a lot of people using him for Alliance Conquest and having great results with him with a Mighty Destruction, and in the same time, you know, go in World Boss Legend and do a really big boy damage there. He is out of your mind good, but in the same time, because he's not the best for something on ABL, he's not the best for PvP to use him with something defensively. Ctp of Destruction, Mighty Ctp of Destruction actually is the best in slot CTP for him, 100%, I believe that. And let's go to number 2. Number 2 is Sara Rogers, the OG character of the game. Sara Rogers, kid of Captain America, you know, Captain America, 2 Captain Americas in top 3. She is at number 2, 100%. She can do miracles with a Mighty Destruction. In my opinion, Mighty Energy or Mighty Destruction gonna have similar results, but Mighty Destruction perhaps it's even better because she's getting guard broken sometimes during her skills. I feel like the best way to use her is World Boss Legend and GBR, of course, the best game modes to use here actually, and the best in slot CDP, it's a Mighty Destruction 100%. She's super easy to proc, she has mad annoying gameplay, you know, you have to delay getting some damage during your 3rd skill and do proc on your other skills, 6th skill or 4th skill. But yes, in the same time, when you manage to do all this situation, you know, when you figure out how to do damage with her, she is the number 1 World Boss Legend killer 100%. I was waiting for this moment to have Sara Rogers somewhere top 3 because she totally deserves. She is an absolute monster, tier 4 or tier 3, and you totally want to give her a proc like Mighty Destruction or a Mighty Energy. In my mind, Mighty Destruction is the best to use for her. Number 1 is Blue Dragon, and yes, this character actually, you know, utilized the CTP of Destruction in the maximum. She's really easy to proc, she's really everywhere in World Boss Legend requirements like Sara Rogers. They have a lot of stages to play on World Boss Legend, and the fact that she revives, she's a character that revives. She's an awakened character that has her own revive when you have her with Sunbird. So because she's an awakened character that can revive, when you wake up, you know, from the revive, when you die and when you wake up, you want to have something to proc with because her awakened skill is ready. So as soon as possible she revives, she one-shot whatever she's seeing in front of her because she's using her awakened skill which is hits like a truck. So Mighty Destruction can make her shine in World Boss Legend 100%. In the same time, she can do Alliance Conquest easy peasy, and if you build a team around her, you know, with others, she can shine even more on Alliance Conquest. You can use her also for timeline battle, but it's really hard to see that thing happens because there is the meta right now, it's full of revives, you know. I guess if everyone get bans, but yeah, okay, she hits like a truck, guys. She hits like a truck for PVE. She is, you know, her tier 4 skill, I mean, doing miracles. You're seeing the first skill in the game that he has 1000% of energy attack. It's the only skill in the game has this thing on, and in my mind it's a best in slot CTP for her too. Something I have to mention is that there is another character that has great value on it, all the other defenders like Shadow Cell and Sunbird, but I didn't mention them on the list because, you know, I just want to mention them with her because she's the star. She has her own leadership, and she can do the revive, she can dispel herself, remove all debuffs herself. So yeah, in my mind she is the absolute number 1, 100%. So yes, that was my opinion about the top 10 Ctp of Destruction characters, actually Mighty Destruction. As I told you, you want always having the strike ability and you want to have the 200%, and this CTP actually in my mind it's the best for World Boss Legend, but for the characters that don't have elemental damage and in the same time don't have an ABL and ABX stages that they are you know, able to be used there. So yes, I hope I explained well. If you have a different opinion about the list, if you want to mention a character that you use with Ctp of Destruction and you're totally happy with it, let me know down below in the comments. Or if you have any dilemma about where to use it between 2 or 3 characters, I'm here to answer your comments, guys, every single time. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. See you into the next. Kisses in your faces.